Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite influencers, people that are on YouTube or Instagram, and I have been directly inspired and influenced by. If this is your first time here, hello, welcome. My name is Brenda. I'm a content creator here on YouTube. It's really about using fashion as a form of art and expression and how it's personal to each of us. I'm really excited about today's video. I was inspired by two other people that I follow here on Instagram. One is Carolyn and the other is Gloreebee, and they both did their own versions of these videos where they share some of the people that influence them. So I do want to kind of clarify in terms of influence. I want to use the word maybe inspire rather than influence, even though there are some people here on this list where I have actually went out and purchased things because I really admire their style. And it's not that I'm trying to copy it, but it's something that resonates with my style or something that maybe I aspire to. And I just really like the way that they show up in this space. I'm kind of rambling, I think. So I have a list of 10 influencers that I'm going to share today. There are many, many more than that. These were the first people that came into my mind. I do want to start with Tamu McPherson. If you don't know who she is one of the OGs when it comes to blogs and street style. When we first started seeing people taking photographs of people outside of the shows, the major shows. And I was really impressed that she was one of the photographers there. I didn't recall seeing any other Black photographers. And she also stood out because of her personal styles. I really love Tamu's aesthetic. I can't really describe it in words, which I think is what makes it so interesting and intriguing. I never know what she's going to put together and what she's going to be wearing, but I can always tell that it's her style. It's very authentic to her and it's very inspiring to me. So Tamu is from the West Coast in the US, but she actually resides with her family in Italy, and she's done a lot of collaborations with major brands like Max Mara, and she is definitely one of the people that I've been following for the longest, and I continue to just really admire her style. Next up is Roz Kaur, and I love Roz's style. I met Roz on Instagram early part of the pandemic, and she is a person that completely blew me away from the first time I saw her. Her style is incredibly elegant, sophisticated. The way that she puts herself together from head to toe, from her hair to her eyeglass frames, to the different pieces that she has where she mixes in, her own cultural and ethnic backgrounds. She has just impeccable taste, and I'm always inspired by her looks as well. She does have, like I said, some looks that incorporate pieces from her own culture, but then she has a lot of looks that are more of your tomboy chic, definitely wears blazers and things like that, and a really just a broad spectrum when it comes to her personal style, which is what I love, because I feel like, style doesn't have to be limited to one category or one description or one type, but style can really be whatever it is that you want it to be. And I love that she has such a broad approach to style. Okay, next is Beth Jones, who lives in Orange County, I believe, in California. And I started following Beth even before I was really on Instagram. I remember I was kind of getting tired of all of the hauls from some of the more well-known retailers, we'll say, that have very rapid turnover in their lines. And Beth stood out because she styles primarily and probably almost exclusively vintage and secondhand pieces. And so I loved watching her get dressed. She had this weekly series where she would open her closet and she would go through her week of looks and give some background on what she was doing each day and how she put those looks together. And what I loved about Beth's content was that it was absolutely unique because you never knew what she was going to put together. And so I really loved the creativity that Beth showed in her clothes. And I've also had an opportunity to speak with her, and she talks about her approach to style, how she thinks about like a character that she wants to portray, or maybe a setting, and she allows that to lead the way that she dresses and comes up with her outfits. One of her favorite characters is Carrie Bradshaw, and she has a few videos on her YouTube channel where she has gone thrifting and put together outfits based on that character, and it's just so unique and so exciting and so inspiring. It's not, again, copying, but it really captures the essence of the character, and I really love her approach to style. Okay, next I want to talk about Kahlana Barfield Brown, who is actually a woman who works in the fashion industry, and she has amazing personal style. I first saw Kahlana, I think, when she was doing a segment for, I think it was the Today Show. She was working at InStyle magazine. I loved that she was actually in the industry, that she was talking about trends and talking about things that were outside of just posting pictures and wearing outfits. She really has a knowledge of the industry and is really doing things to move the industry forward. She not long ago, was it 2020? Maybe 2021, where she was actually the first collaborator with Target to do the Future Collective. And that is still my favorite Future Collective collection. And I think I had at one point all of the pieces from it. And that's really because I really connect with Kahlana's style. Her style is very sophisticated and chic, but not trying too hard, not over the top, even though I'm definitely more of an over the top person. But hers is more laid back and chic and pulled together. So I just love the work that she's doing, and she's definitely someone that has influenced and continues to influence me. Now I want to talk about Simply Shannah. She actually works full-time in HR, but she shops really the gamut from Walmart to sample sales to luxury. But she has a really unique sense of style too, which I really admire. And she's definitely a person that influences me. I have gone and purchased more than a few items based on what she showed in her haul. But she will put together a rack of outfits and goes through them and talks about the pieces. And I really like her affinity for tops. I also love a big sleeve like she does. And I always find really good pieces when I look at her videos. All right, another one of my all-time favorites is Blair Eadie. Her blog is called Atlantic Pacific. She moved from San Francisco to New York, or vice versa, but I think currently she lives in Florida. And I love her style. It's girly and feminine and pretty, and it's also bold and colorful as well. She's big on dresses, big on color. And Blair actually had 3 different collaborations with Nordstrom, their halogen line and Atlantic Pacific. I put together a spreadsheet of the pieces that I wanted, and so I had alarms set for the time of the drop. I had blocked off my calendar so no one would try to call me or schedule a meeting. And not only did I get the pieces online, then I went to the store and I saw them in person, and then I even bought some additional pieces there. But I love her aesthetic, which I really identify with, very feminine and girly. And she is someone that I followed for more than 10 years, and I still am just blown away and really inspired by her style day in and day out. Next is the Yousefs. They're 2 sisters that immigrated from, I believe it's Ethiopia, I'll have to check, over to Canada, and then ended up moving to the United States. They have incredible style. I also love some of their backstory, that they came from, another country, another continent, and came to America, and how they've been able to really establish themselves. I like their style. It feels very chic and elegant, but it doesn't feel, out of reach or unattainable. And I really like the way that they share with each other. They borrow one another's clothes and create looks. And so I really like them. I really admire them. and they're doing a lot of great things as well. Next is Mashelle. She is a content creator, influencer here on YouTube, and she focuses on women that are 40 and up, sharing tips and tricks around styling. She does a great job of curating pieces from a number of different places, and those pieces are range from affordable to luxury. You can really just go and shop from the pieces that she's already pulled for a season, and it just makes it that much easier. And she's shopped at Walmart all the way up to, you know, your luxury designers, but she has a very sophisticated type of aesthetic. Certainly if you're still in the workplace, the pieces that she shows will be work appropriate, then also for vacation and any number of different scenarios. And so I really like her approach to style and fashion. She's very informative, and I really enjoy watching her videos, and I'm really happy to see women of a certain age showing up in this space. Okay, I think this is the last one, Miss Deborah Barry. And Deborah is someone that I met, I think I met her on Instagram first, but she's also on YouTube. She started a couple years ago. Deborah is beautiful and elegant and so kind, and she is actually over 70. One of her taglines is keeping your pretty, and I love that she does that. Her aesthetic also, I would say, is very chic and sophisticated. She's taller, so she has a lot of options for people like me that are looking for items that are tall go friendly. She does a lot of dresses, and also just a lot of really nice pieces that will transition, you know, from work to weekend and in between. But I really love watching her. She starts out with her lipstick and nail color, and she kind of talks to her audience. She also has a very soothing voice. I'm super excited that she has seen a lot of growth here on this platform, and she's really an inspiration. She's one of the people that I reached out to, and she gave me some encouragement. So I really enjoy her work here as well. Okay, so I think that is everyone, at least for this segment. And again, no particular order, just people here that I really admire. I really am inspired by them, and I really appreciate their approach to style. So I hope that this was helpful. Feel free, and please actually check them out. You may discover that you enjoy their style as well. If you've watched this far, and if you found anything helpful in this video, I'd really appreciate it if you would like this video, if you would consider subscribing. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your time. And I think that's it. So I hope to I will be bringing more videos. I'm going to work on being more consistent and work on being just more relaxed. I really want this to be fun. Style should be fun. And I really want to encourage all of us to discover our style, tell our own style story. Thanks so much, and I will see you next time.